morning everybody, welcome into Spirit of Life Alchemy. Today is Saturday the 1st of July 2023. This is your morning message tarot reading. So we are over halfway through the year now. The last couple of months have slowed down a bit compared to the first 4 months of the year. But you know, here we are into another new month. And it's going to be another busy month astrologically as well. So I will keep you posted on what's happening every day. So for today, we've got the moon in Sagittarius all day. It's going to form a square to Saturn in Pisces. But then we have a nice little dance between the Sun, Mercury and Jupiter. So first of all, the Sun in Cancer will conjunct Mercury in Cancer. Then Mercury in Cancer will sextile Jupiter in Taurus, and then the Sun in Cancer will sextile Jupiter in Taurus. So all of this together, I'm getting the feeling that it's like we want to dream big and aim for the stars, but it's a bit of a struggle to take off. That moon in Sagittarius square Saturn, it's almost like sort of you're coming along the God, what's the takeoff route thing called? Trying to take off and you're speeding down there, but you just can't get the momentum to take off. Okay, so the the advice for you is to just stay with the dreaming. Think about sort of your plans and your dreams and things like that. Maybe make notes, do vision boards, journal about it, talk about it, imagine your dreams, and just doing all this stationary, still preparatory work until sort of, the skies are clearer for takeoff. So that's the astrology. Let's do some cards and see what the card wants to tell us for today. Oh my god. As you can tell, I'm quite tired still. It's been a tiring year. Okay, so let's do some cards and see what we need to know. So what do we need to know for Saturday the 1st of July 2023? Messages from Spirit, please, for the collective. What help, advice, support and guidance can Spirit give the collective to help us navigate today's energies for our highest and greatest good? What do we need to know? One more. And let's see. What do we need to know? So, a change in the wind. That's what we're waiting for so we can take off. And the next card I noticed is regeneration. So I don't think we're far off from takeoff. But it's just not today. Then we've got the three. There we've got TikTok. I can't even speak and think today. That's why we're not lifting off. Well, that's why I'm not lifting off. Not yet. And because we're between worlds. Okay. So yeah, a change in the wind, TikTok, timing, divine timing, and that between worlds. And it almost feels like sort of we go into the new world and then we slip back into the old world. But we can feel the change in energy, the change in current. And I remember, this is going back to my academic life. Remember sort of one of the things I used to, God, I can't remember his name. It was about sort of how we have paradigms shifts in beliefs in society. And so the old belief is like this huge ice block. Okay. And that's the way things are, that's the beliefs, that's how things are done. And then sort of somebody comes up with a new idea, a new hypothesis, a new way of looking at things, and you start getting a bit of melting. Okay. Oh God, yeah. What's that? Ooh, the leaders, the pioneers, the forerunners, sort of start melting away from the old idea and sort of oh yeah, but you often get sort of a backlash by by the regressives that want to stay where they are and everything. No, that's not possible. We're not going to do that. Yes, this is the way things are. This is the truth. And at times, you know, science has been held back by sort of a couple of centuries at times, definitely decades and things, because of this holding thing, the old set in the way. I've got another story about that as well, which I'll tell you after this one. Um, and so you have this back and forward, but each time it goes forward, it goes a bit more forward and a bit more people are on board. And then there's always a bit of a backlash. But eventually, over time, the new idea becomes the new norm. And the old iceberg has disappeared. And then we've got this new iceberg, the new idea. So that's one way. Oh God, what was the other story I was going to tell you? I can't remember at the moment, but what I'm thinking of is how things are out in the world now, in the battle between sort of the progressives and the woke, and the new ideas and the new paradigm and the new earth people that are there, and how sort of, you know, the regressives, the old paradigm people are just trying to cling on to dear life of the old ways, how it was, and we don't want change. And you know, we can actually see this in society at the moment going on. And yeah, change doesn't. I remembered what it was. So change doesn't suddenly happen. We have this backwards and forwards. And the other thing I was going to say is that often, what what brings the change more than anything else is that the older people actually die off, and with them the old beliefs die off with them, and the younger the new beliefs emerge with the younger people. So we see that as well. And so my background is in healthcare and things, so sort of my research and stuff over the year has been in sort of the medical field and public health and personal health and things like that, and looking at paradigm shifts within medicine and stuff. I mean, even like getting something from the research part to being implemented in something like the NHS can be a decade, 2 decades. That's how long it takes for just things to come through, advances to come through, and things, and to become mainstream medicine. So you know, we're in this in between worlds. And was it in 2022? We were about halfway through. In 2022, that it started in 2012, where we're at the halfway. We were just over halfway now, but this change is going to carry on until about 2032. So, you know, we've got a way to go. So we are between these, and we can feel the shift. Sometimes, you know, sort of it feels all empowering and we're going forward, and we can see the progression and progressiveness, and sort of it's wonderful. But then we also then feel the regression and the being clawed back, and we're not letting you go. You're staying this way forever. We want the power. We refuse to give up the power and the money and everything. It's ours. And so yeah, we're caught in this shift. Anyway, that's where we are today, and that might be why your plans can't take off. Let's do some tarot and see what the tarot has to say. So, well, we had Neptune joining the retrograde planets yesterday. So we now have Saturn, Pluto and Neptune all in retrograde for the next few months. Joining them in July will be Chiron and Venus retrograding on the same day. And then In August, we've got another Mercury retrograde. Where's my moon diary? Let's just have a look. There is an actual retrograde chart in here of when everything's retrograding. It's great, this. Yeah, Chiron and Venus later in the month. And then in August, we're at the end, towards the end of August, we're going to have Mercury and Uranus retrograding. And then at the beginning of September, Jupiter's going to join the party as well. So yeah, in September, there will be a point where we have Mercury, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, Pluto and Chiron all retrograding together, and then it starts easing off. And I'm guessing probably by January sometime everything will be going forward again. Okay, so let's take my glasses off. So back to the reading, back to the colour. Look at the pink today, don't I? I'm having a bit of a flush. Don't feel like I'm having a flush. Just a bit excited with with all the stories. Oh, I do feel like I'm having a bit of a flush. Okay, so what do we need to know for today? Saturday the 1st of July 2023. Messages from Spirit, please, for the collective. What help, advice, support and guidance can Spirit give the collective to help us navigate today's energies for our highest and our greatest good? And what do we need to know? Oops, one more. Okay, so let's see, where are we? So in the middle of the spread we've got the Emperor. Did that come out yesterday in the middle of the spread? And that was the day before. Going into the past, we've got the 8 of Discs. We've been working on this. Below, we've got the King of Discs. Above, we've got the 6 of Wands. And then we're moving into the Page of Discs. Our clarifiers, 3 of Wands, Hanged Man, 5 of Discs. And then at the bottom, we've got the Queen of Swords. With the 9 of Swords, the 9 of Wands, and the Ace of Swords. The 2 of Swords and the High Priestess. You can see the 9 of Discs there. I have that as well. Oh my god, we could just keep going on this. I'm going to call it there. I'm aware that the 3 of Swords is at the bottom there. Okay, but I may bring some more of those in as I go through the reading. Okay, so let's see where we are. Right, so where we find ourselves today, the Divine Masculine, the Emperor, self-mastery, authority over ourselves, knowing who we are, having a firm structure and idea of what we want to do. This is this this is the thing we're trying to take off. But oh yeah, in the clarifiers I can see where the blockages is. So yeah, this Emperor card, this is that divine masculine energy. What that's going to do it now. Go out, push forward, da 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 da. And the energies aren't quite right for that. Okay, so going into the past, we've been doing all the work. Oh my god, have we been showing up and doing the work? We have been doing all the work. And we may be feeling a little bit exhausted from it all, which is another reason why it's not the right time to take off. Okay, that we're struggling between our goals and our ideas and aspirations and visions and things with it, and it could be sort of just our real life physical vitality. we could just be exhausted physically, emotionally, mentally. We could have a lot going on where actually instead of pushing forward, we need to rest. Okay, so because we've been working hard for a long time. Okay, below us, the foundation is the King of Discs, the King of Pentacles. So we've got that Capricorn energy. We have the full moon in Capricorn on Monday. Okay, so we're getting into that Capricorn energy. When does the moon go into Capricorn? Tomorrow, Sunday. I think. I'll just check. Yeah. Okay. So at the moment, sort of, we're up here with our ideas, and physical reality we just don't have the drive, the energy, or anything for the takeoff. Okay, but it's okay. Come back, ground, trust in your stability and your security, and knowing that, just need to take this time out. That's fine. Divine timing. You're never going to miss out on something that is already yours. Okay, so we can come back and rest. And I love that this King of Wands is, underneath the tree, leaning up against the tree, eating an apple, looking after himself, self-nurturing, and taking things easy. Maybe this weekend is time to take things easy. Okay, the message from Spirit above is the Six of Wands, knowing that we will be victorious, that we, at the right time, everything will just slot into place and we'll go flying ahead. Okay, it's just that today's not the right time. And so instead we need to nurture this new idea, this new thing. We've got the Page of Discs here, the Page of Pentacles. So this little triage of the Sun, Mercury and Jupiter all together, of thinking and dreaming and being our new ideas and our plans, and making vision boards and journaling and, dreaming up and using our imagination and everything, and expanding what it is, our vision for the future. Okay, but nurturing it at the same time. Okay, and then in the clarifiers we've got the Three of Wands. This is setting the intention. The Two of Wands, we've been prospecting, looking out over the horizon, thinking about it all, what we want to do. In number 3, we're making the prayers, we're setting the intentions, and just going up to a full moon, the day before a full moon or 2 days before a full moon, that waxing energy is at its highest, its most potent. If you want to increase something in your life, now is the time to do the magic for it. Okay, so we're making our offerings, and we're saying our prayers, and we're setting our intentions, and doing whatever magical rituals you do for increased magic, because it's potent. And then we come to the Hanged Man. So we can look at things in a different perspective. Okay, we're sacrificing something lesser for something greater. And yeah, so in that, creating your intentions and everything, turning it on its head, looking at it in a different way. And often in ritual we do make a sacrifice of something, whether it's burning a piece of paper over a candle or something like that. I get a sense that, we need to make an offering. It doesn't have to be a blood sacrifice or anything like that. Although I have had tattoos done before as a blood offering, for intentions, magical symbols tattooed and things like that. So if that's your sort of thing, who am I to stop you? But it's looking at things from a different perspective, looking at things from sort of the cosmic level. seeing the energies radiating out. Sometimes even that could be part of the magic ritual. Setting your intention and just seeing that energy being carried out into the collective, into the universe, into the quantum field, into all of it, to come back at the right time. Okay, and with that we get the Five of Pentacles, and this is the deck with the stop looking outside and comparing yourself with other people and seeing what you don't have. Turn the energy inside, and I don't know if you can see, he's pointing at his heart, and where his heart is, it's an opening to a very green and pleasant land of abundance. I would, when I see this, it's always makes it's so abundant and wonderful through that opening. And what I say every time I get this card come up in readings is turn your attention inwards, connect to your heart and see the abundance. And that is part of filling your intention with that love and that joy, and how you're going to feel when it all comes back to you, and send that out with the Hanged Man energy as well. So that's what's going on consciously. Subconsciously, below the surface, we've got the Queen of Swords. Okay, and the Queen of Swords is fixed air energy, Aquarius energy, innovative, new ideas, again, new ways of looking at things, new solutions, new visions, discernment, things like that. And with that, we've got 2 9s. In fact, we've got 3 9s here. The only 9 we haven't got out is the 9 of Cups. Here we've got the 9 of Swords and the 9 of Wands. And how I'm seeing these two together today, about sort of the 9 of Wands being about our vulnerabilities, not building up a wall around us to protect us from our vulnerabilities. But then also with the 9 of Swords, not getting anxious about feeling vulnerable and everything. Be able to stand in our vulnerability. Okay, and see the truth. See the shiny truth of who we really are. The Ace of Swords here. Okay, freeing ourselves from illusions, from those lower vibrations of having to defend ourselves against our own anxieties and things like that, self-doubt. Let all of that go, and I sometimes play the what if game. What if it really did all happen? What if something even better than I can imagine was coming back at me? Okay, that's the truth. That's what we're planting to get us outside of our own insecurities and vulnerabilities. And then we've got the 2 of Swords. So this is looking at things from a different perspective. You're not moving forward yet, because we're still dreaming and creating it. For me, the 2 of Swords is like the minor arcana card to the Hanged Man. And I've said this before about all this wing stuff and that in the Hanged Man. I just see similarities between the 2 cards. And the energies that sort of do not pass go yet. So we're just sitting in this creative energy, in this creative mode, dreaming, downloading as well, because we've got the High Priestess here. So we're sat in silence and in communication with our higher selves and with higher knowing, and we're just bringing all that higher knowing down into us. With the pomegranates behind her, it's all the secret knowledge, it's all the hidden behind the veil, beyond the veil, all that coming to us. And with that, we have the 9 of Pentacles, 9 of Discs. We stand in our own self-confidence and independence, and knowing who we are, standing up in our own right. Okay, not codependent with anybody else. In relationships, being interdependent, not independent, so sort of you have nothing to do with each other, but also not codependent. That sort of nice flow of energy between the 2 of you. And that helps to heal the heartbreak. whatever heartbreak is being healed in you. Okay, the doubts, the fears, all of it. And it's helping us move away, the Six of Swords, moving on to calmer seas and things, being guided to safety. And it happens quickly. The Eight of Wands here. Okay, and then we've got the Ace of Cups. Okay, filling our cup up. What I was saying at the beginning about maybe we can't take off because we're exhausted. Doing this is bringing us to the place where we can fill our own cup up. Okay, feel the love of source and feel connected in. And we do that by going through the portal of our heart and connecting in with that. Okay, that's it. I'm finishing at the Ace of Cups. I could actually sit here and talk you through the whole deck, I would imagine. So that's your reading for today. Good luck out there with it all. Just remember, you know, sometimes we just have to take a pause and a rest, and knowing that sort of, you know, this place between worlds, if this is a 20-year cycle and we're 11 years in, you know, we've got a bit of a way to go. So take care of yourself. And with that, you know, taking care, I'm sending you care as well. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the reading. I hope it resonated for you. If it did, please do like, share and subscribe to the channel. Click on the wiggly bell wherever it is for notifications when I'm releasing readings. If you'd like a personal reading from me, then please email me at the email address below this video in the descriptions box. Have a wonderful day, and until tomorrow, thank you for watching.